everybody, thank you so much to the people who are supporting my first video. I'm really nervous. I'm normally someone who's like super cool in front of a camera, but I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a really long time. Now that I'm 20 years old, I think that it's like a fine age to like put myself out onto the internet. I'm excited for the things to come. I'm very grateful and very blessed to have a lot of people who want to see me succeed. And to the people who don't want to see me succeed, return to sender. But yeah, these are my tattoos. For reference, I'm 20 years old. I'm going to mention these details quite a bit throughout the video and just reiterate myself a lot. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Most of my tattoos have been either in downtown LA, or one of them's in Thousand Oaks. One of them I got done in Ventura, and then the other ones I did myself. So yeah, all right. But anyways, other than that, not much else to say. I'm really excited for everyone who's here, and let's get on into explaining these tattoos. Hello everyone! This is my first YouTube video. My name's Anastasia Mylin, for those who don't know me. I'm 20 years old. I just turned 20 on December 20th. I'm a Sagittarius sun, Scorpio moon, Taurus rising, and I love tattoos. They are what I get comments on the most when I'm outside. People have recognized me outside for a lot of my tattoos, which is freaky and kind of weird. Makes me a little nervous, but I'm very grateful that I'm able to get tattooed by people who are well known. That I live in a city where getting tattoos is totally okay. I'm grateful for my parents allowing me to get tattoos super young. And yeah, starting off with my first tattoo. It is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's not a finished piece. I lost contact with the artist who did it. I got it done at a shop named Clandestine Rabbit by a guy named George. It's not done. I'm not totally sure about what I want to do with that space. And it was my first tattoo right when I turned 18 on my birthday. I walked into the shop and I've known what I wanted for that piece since I was super young. So I kind of already had the idea planned. The reference image for the wolf and the sheep is actually an art piece by Sean Koss. Most of his works are super popular for I think it's like personification of depression and that kind of stuff. I've loved his stuff since I was in middle school, so I'm really glad I was able to get it on me. I'll probably have to get it done and finished by another artist later, but yeah, it was my first one. I don't regret it either. Talk about my tattoos to other people, or when people ask me like, oh, do you regret any of your tattoos? No. I think inherently sometimes, like as we get older, you just like maybe like, oh, I would have done this differently, but I don't regret it. I love it, and I'm really happy I went with a big piece for my first tattoo. I wouldn't recommend other people super big for their first piece unless you know what you want and you've known what you wanted for a really long time. Then by all means, because literally I did that and I'm totally fine with it. My second tattoo, this one. Second tattoo is by Meek Tattoo on Instagram. She does a lot of super cool, hyper realistic fine line tattoos. She didn't hurt at all. She takes her time. She's super chill. I definitely recommend to check out a lot of her other stuff. She's located in the Valley in Woodland Hills, and it healed awesome. I mean, this is a little over a year and a half healed. This one is 2 years healed, and all of my pieces except this one and a couple on my legs are actually fine line. So I stand by fine line tattoos. If they're done by the right person, I can last for a really long time. My third tattoo, I did myself. I actually wanted to be a tattoo artist before I ended up going back to school after a gap year in high school. Now I'm in college to be a professor of philosophic and religious studies. I love philosophy, so any ladies want to be friends and bond over Carl Jung out there, please talk to me about philosophy and Nietzsche. I don't know where it cut off in the last clip, but my third tattoo I actually did myself. It is a little stick and poke I did in high school of Max from Where the Wild Things Are, because it's my favorite children's book and I love the movie, and every single time I watch it I start sobbing. That one's pretty simple. I get a lot of compliments on it because I actually work at Barnes & Noble, so every time people come in they're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me share a moment on the floor. It's really spiritual. My next tattoo is this one done by Leg Roll. I got it done at a tattoo convention in Ventura. Yeah. She was there, totally gave me and my friend Esther a deal from her flash. It was $150 for this. Oh my gosh, also this one by Emma, this one was $300 and there was a $50 deposit, so it came out to $350 before tip. Still a really good deal for a fine line. For like, I think it took her like 5 hours. This one, I think it took me like 2 hours. This one I sat for 6.5 hours. This one was done by, I think her handle on Instagram's Nikki Tattoo. So I'm gonna actually leave the link to their Instagrams below. But I think hers is just Nikki Tattoos. She did this one, which is actually the coordinates to Belize. My mom is Belizean. And underneath it, I'm a huge Dante Alighieri nerd. It's the last canto of Purgatorio in the Divine Comedy, where Dante takes a drink from the Garden of Eden. I'm not gonna get into the Divine Comedy right now because I could go on for hours and hours. To those who know, and to those Hosier fans out there, I love Dante Alighieri. On my legs, I have a couple of pieces that I did myself. Actually, just insert a picture of the one I did on my thigh. It was a portrait of Jesus when I was kind of learning how to tattoo. I'm actually really proud of myself for being able to do that on my own leg. Is it a little wonky? Yeah. Could I have done a better job? Yeah. But to me, tattoos are already like stickers anyways, so if I mess up a little bit, it's totally fine. Okay, now the good tattoo, my back. My back is Judith slaying Holofernes by Artemisia Gentileschi. It is one of my favorite paintings of all time. I love that piece a lot. What she did for female painters in the period of time that she was alive was incredible. Oh, also, I think I said in the beginning of this video that all my tattoos are biblical, so I needed something really like badass, like on my back, like fit the theme. I mean, and I was like, this is perfect. Love it, and I was like, my back is the perfect place to put this. So, big reveal. My back. It's not completely finished, but. And I'm gonna insert some pictures of my back because it is my biggest and most intricate piece. It's a fine line still. I didn't change the style for that. 6 sessions in at this point. Each session has cost me $1,000. So right now I'm looking at $6,000 into my back, and I think I have another, I think like 2 or 3 sessions is what I last touched base on with my artist. Next one we're gonna be doing is a half day, but there's definitely more stuff that he wants to get taken care of. There's a little. And then for each session on my back, we would do a full day of 8 hours. We would do it like every 2 or 3 months. It's my only piece that's longer than 1 session. That piece is 6 sessions in progress, and I started it in, I think it was January of 2023. 6 sessions later, almost done. I think it'll be done by like, I don't know. But I'm trying to get it done before the end of this year. I think it's like 85% done. Literally every time I get it done, I'm just excited to see what it looks like after. And yeah, those are my tattoos. There's not a super deep meaning to each of them. I love tattoos. Literally tell my parents and my boyfriend and my friends that little pieces on my body that haven't been filled up yet are just blank space. I pretty much have my entire map out for how I want my tattoos to go, like done in my head. But it is the price. Tattoos are really expensive, but if I can say one word of advice to anyone who's younger than me or around my age, who wants to start getting tattooed, heavily tattooed when you're younger, go for it. Sometimes, like as a girl, sometimes it's hard to be at work and have creeps not like look you up and down for your tattoos. It's gross. Don't let that stuff discourage you. I love my tattoos at the end of the day. They're a really, really large part of my identity as an artist. I think they show a great express. I don't think it's like, oh, I just think like the idea that tattoos are like bad and negative is super outdated. I like getting little doodles on my arm and things that are important to me. The coordinates of my ancestors, things that are really, really important to who I consider Anna to be, who I consider Anastasia to be. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be uploading regularly from now on.